Are we live? Yes, we are. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
this
everyone.
is Aisha and Dean, and we are filming from our pantry, believe it or not,
Yes.
because today's discussion is about a healthy pantry. And you're kind of wondering why we're here. We believe that pantry is almost like a convenience store of having everything healthy around your house, and it is the main resource of what you eat every day.
Correct. I mean, we always focus on these little esoteric little studies and elements, but we don't create the environment. We never talk about the environment. One of the most important elements of sustaining a healthy life, is the pantry, because that's the long-term program for your health.
Absolutely.
And so you're not panicking, that you always have a stockpile of good, healthy foods. That's where this comes in.
Your home is like the most important environment. It's your primary environment. So if you surround yourself with cookies and donuts and candies and things of that nature, it's just really, really hard to stay healthy. And everything starts right here in your pantry.
Correct.
And there were, so many times I remember back in the past when I hadn't started on the road towards better health, where I kind of felt like I was in an episode of Chopped, where we had to make dinner out of, I don't know, a can of tuna, some ketchup, maybe a candy here and there, and throw in some spices. But those days are over. So it's really important to address pantry.
There was always Doritos in there, and then, on the side as your side vegetable was Doritos.
An ugly jar of nacho cheese.
Correct.
Ugh.
But now it's a lot better. More plant-based, whole food, low sugar. So why is the pantry important? Pantry is what sustains you. We said this. What happened in the 20th century, we had the revolution of preservation. So we learned how to transfer food from East Coast to West Coast, long distances, but we did it at a cost. We preserved it with things like salt, salt preserves. That was a old school. People use that for millennia. We preserved it with other things, such as preservatives, chemical preservatives. So each food item had a chemical preservative. And we preserved it with saturated fat. Saturated fat stays solid in the room temperature, so it doesn't go bad as quickly. Hydrogenated compounds, saturated fat, all these animal fats, and as well as fats that we created, we hydrogenated them so that they could be sustained over long distances. That's what the revolution was, meaning that we were able to sustain food longer, but with that came the health hazards, the salt, the preservative chemicals, as well as the saturated fat. So how can we preserve natural whole foods in your home long distance, for 1 week or 2 weeks? You can't keep it forever. No. Natural foods go bad because of oxidation, because of bacterial degradation, and then fungal, So you have to keep it in a way where you don't have to have preservatives. They don't have to be packaged. You need containers. You need things that actually keep oxygen away. You need things that are kept hermetic or clean. So that takes planning. But once you plan, you can actually have beautiful whole food, natural food that is not, needed to be in a container and can be kept in your own pantry.
Absolutely. And that's why it's important to have good containers and have a pantry in a dark, cool place so that your food can actually stay there longer and healthier.
Absolutely. Yeah. Containers are everything.
Absolutely. In my honest opinion, containers actually make a big difference too. It makes it more accessible. You can see it. It kind of looks pretty, and it's easily accessible.
Correct.
And always, try to have a store available. Get your pantry items in bags and try to keep your jars full. So when it kind of runs low, you understand. When it's time to refill them and restock them and keep it restocked at a regular basis.
It's so great. And in Loma Linda, we have the SAC clinic, which is a low-income clinic for the population that can't afford, they don't have insurance and other ways. And in that clinic, which is great, beautiful, it was created by the community and others, there's a pharmacy. But it's FAR, so as in pharmacy. That's actually the kitchen. Yeah. That's actually where food is kept. Well, here's our pharmacy. Literally, this is the right pharmacy. We have nuts, which have omegas. We have, beans and others which have the clean proteins. We have the omega-3s. We have the B vitamins. We have the vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin A.
And
but
fiber.
In the food form, and plenty of fiber. This is our pharmacy. let me just show you all the seeds, and I can actually describe them to you.
Well, we actually have our grains and seeds over here, and we prefer dried beans. We cook dried beans, but we have some emergency canned beans as well. There's really nothing wrong with them, especially if there's no sodium and salt in it, and if it's organic.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong. And we have our spice rack over here. We use a lot of turmeric and freshly dried spices and dill and herbs and things of that nature.
Correct.
And obviously you have your peanut butters and nut butters. So all of these things actually make a big difference, and you can make a really delicious pot of meal at a moment's notice.
I mean, everybody talks about their family's health.
Yeah.
And what's more important? Brain health. And especially if you have kids. And that's critical to actually have foods around that build the brain and not break him down. When I say build and break him down, that's the calculus we're talking about. That's what we're facing. When you give them foods that have preservatives, when you give them foods that have too much salt and sugar, you're actually breaking down the brain of a developing child.
Absolutely.
at the most critical phase of their life. Yet if you give them foods that are, our pharmacy, the things that are foodicin or foods that's medicine, you're actually building their brains with fats that are good for them, the poly and monounsaturated fat, but not a lot. You give them the protein that's clean, that doesn't have all the other elements that go with it. That's why when we talk about Pantry, really, two neurologists, MD, PhDs, talking about Pantry, yes, this is medicine.
It is.
Anything else is just going through the motions.
Absolutely. So that's basically it for today.
I got a little emotional there.
No,
this is medicine.
It is medicine.
This is medicine.
This is how it all starts. It starts right here. It starts in your kitchen. It starts in your living room. It starts at at those moments where you make a decision of whether you want to go out and grab some whatever junk food there's out there, or you want to just cook a pot of bean soup and have it with your family and children.
With plenty of spices.
Stay tuned for Monday. We're going to post another video with more details of what a healthy pantry entails.
Right.
Check out our YouTube channel. It's going to be on YouTube. And check out our social media. Share this video with somebody you think is going to benefit from it. And don't forget to get a copy of our book, The Alzheimer's Solution. And by the way, by 7 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow,
Monday.
I'm sorry, Monday. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday. If you guys post a comment or if you share our video, we're going to choose a lucky person and send a signed copy of our book, The Alzheimer's Solution, to them. So you have until 7 p.m. Monday night, and we're going to choose a random person.
Yes, show a picture of your pantry.
Yeah, that'd be nice if you guys can share a picture of your pantry as well. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see how it looks like.
Let's create a movement about true pharmacy, true health, and hopefully you'll join us in this.
Okay, well, Aisha and Dean signing out from our pantry. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.
Have a great day.